And it was a abdominal pain, low-grade fever, ED case, a anonymized case with a fictional name and MRN. So here's some findings in the mesentery and bowel. And for me, this is kind of a differential and not a diagnosis, but I found the availability of the prior imaging helpful. So this is part of the colon here, and as you're going above colon into small bowel, and you have abnormal small bowel, and then inflammatory process that includes this area that kind of looks like it's not following the central luminal bowel, but looks either peripheral or extrinsic to bowel, and maybe I'll show you that in coronal as well. Here it is in the coronal. That's a pretty nice image there of a lumen and kind of a. So I'm thinking, could it be? Do you have a differential, Nellie?
I would think perforated colon cancer, perforated diverticulitis.
Right. Here's the colon. So the colon actually is going by and looking over.
Oh, it's around it. Oh, okay. So it's actually centered in the around the small bowel.
Small bowel, yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm sorry. I thought it was around the colon, but if it's small bowel, then think about jejunal adenocarcinoma with perforation. We can think about like a diverticulum that's become super infected and developed an abscess.
Right.
Whatever is infectious inflammatory, there's a lot of stranding, and I think that we have to follow it up to make sure there's not an underlying small bowel adeno-CA or malignancy.
Okay. So remember, Artie, one other thing that differentiates is what Artie had showed us in a prior session where there were like small bowel perforations from foreign bodies.
Oh, right. The fish bone.
But there's not a visible foreign body here. It's just an inflammatory process with this. And on that one coronal image, especially, it did look like it was kind of like a hole with a inflammatory reaction around it. So this is very helpful that, and the dates on this are more or less accurate. This is May 2019. This is going back to an available exam from February 2016. And if you look in that area of small bowel, you see that there's this. And so.
Is it a fat attenuation or is it just diverticulum? Okay, there it is. Yeah, cute.
Yeah. So now you know that it's basically a small bowel diverticulitis because you have the kind of a suspicious looking giant diverticulum or a very large diverticulum on the small bowel several years before. And so I think this patient didn't go to surgery. They just got treated with antibiotics. They did well. And I looked at some literature about small bowel diverticulitis, and it's more or less treated like large bowel diverticulitis. If it's not complicated and it looks like it's amenable to antibiotic treatment without drainage, that's attempted. In this case, the person did well, and I don't think this was read with a recommendation to follow it up. I think that was in part because we felt pretty confident about what it is, in that the prior was available showing the diverticulum. If it had been a case where we didn't have this, I think maybe follow up to resolution would have been more warranted.
I agree, yeah. That makes sense.